Hello. I'm gonna put a link to further in the video if you don't want to listen to this introduction, just so you can listen straight only to the song. But if you're interested in the backstory, here it is. I wrote this, God, 2 years ago maybe, and it's called Deep in This Rut. And it came to be because a friend of mine was having this project. She had to write a ballad for our English class, and she's in the graduating class right after mine, so she'll be graduating this year. It's a funny story. If you have been following my music and you have heard my song Maybe, it's actually about my friend's fiance. I had a huge crush on him for the longest time, like basically just all through 10th grade. In 9th grade, I had a boyfriend, and the beginning of 10th grade, I was single. The story about that boyfriend goes for several years because we were very off and on, and that's a story for another time if I ever decide to share it. But anyway, so beginning of 10th grade, I walk into school, and we were supposed to start uniforms that year, but we walked in and nobody was following the whole uniform dress code, so including this guy that, and I saw him, and immediately when I saw him, I was like, holy cow, how have I not noticed you before? And basically that started this huge crush that I had on him, like all through 10th grade. But around middle of September, I decided, oh, okay, I'm just going to tell him I have a crush on him. So I told him over iChat. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is. It's like AOL Instant Messenger on Mac computers. So anyway, so I told him over iChat that I liked him, and he's like, oh, that's sweet, but I kind of had a crush on another girl. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And I'm like, oh, I hate her. I don't know who she is, but I hate her. And then I found out who she was, and I hated her even more because she's younger than me, and I'm like, why does he want someone so young, and blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting to know her, and realized what a sweetheart she is, and how nice and kind she is. And I'm like, that's why he likes her, because she's a sweetheart. And I'm like, I can't hate this girl, she's too sweet. So we actually became friends. And anyway, so they've been together for 3 or 4 years now. I could be off. Well, let's see, 10th grade. I just graduated in May, and they're still together. So let's see, they got together like January of 10th grade. January of 11th grade is 1 year. January of 12th is another second year. 3, 4, yeah, so about 4 years that they've been together now. Wow, that's a long time. I feel old just knowing. But they actually have a baby, and so anyway, this song is basically about them having the baby, and we sort of made up, me and my friend, we made up this little riff at the end, or second verse, I guess, about the baby and him growing up and maybe doing the same, like following in his parents' footsteps, but we'll see what happens. But they're all just wonderful people. I went over to their house a couple of times, and they're such good parents. Oh my god. They're so good with him, with the baby. But anyway, this is dedicated to Kayla and Gustavo, and I already know that you guys love this song, so I hope that this recording of it sounds as good as the recorded version that I gave you. Yeah, so I hope you still like it, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is dedicated to you guys and your family, and just know that Kayla, I miss you very, very much, and as soon as I finally get my butt back in North Carolina for a little while, we are going to hang out me, you, and Casey, and we will have a freaking blast, and we are gonna drink, and we are gonna have a sleepover, and we're gonna do all kinds of crazy shit. But anyway, this is called Deep in This Rut, and I hope you all, my subscribers, like it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Here we go. liked it. That was called Deep in This Rut, and